The internet has just crossed a new line. Google has transformed its crown jewel forever. The world's most popular browser is no longer static. It has awakened into a living, thinking machine. And this shift will alter everything you know. Imagine opening Chrome and sensing awareness inside. Not just links, tabs, and endless scrolls, but a companion that learns from your habits. It predicts your needs before you speak. It feels less like browsing, more like partnership. For years, Chrome was merely a doorway, a simple frame through which the web appeared. Fast, reliable, but ultimately passive and predictable. That era has ended in dramatic fashion. Artificial intelligence now beats at Chrome's core. This transformation is not a minor update. It's described as the boldest rebuild ever. Google's executives call it a once-in-history shift. They insist browsing will never be the same. And they're not exaggerating this time at all. The power behind it is called Gemini, a vast AI brain wired directly into Chrome. It doesn't sit on a separate app. It doesn't wait for you to summon. It is embedded into the browser itself. Picture this. You're reading a travel blog. Before you finish, Chrome highlights destinations nearby. With one request, your calendar fills automatically. Your map displays routes without leaving the page. It feels as if the browser anticipates desire. But prediction is only the first surprise. Chrome can now remember your digital footsteps. Forget bookmarks or messy browser histories forever. Simply ask about that walnut desk yesterday. Instantly, the exact store reappears before you. This is context awareness at full throttle. The browser doesn't just display, it understands. It compares across multiple tabs in seconds. It recognizes continuity between yesterday and today. It weaves memory into your daily exploration seamlessly. And this ability extends across Google's empire. A paused YouTube video resumes at command. An event lands on your calendar instantly. Locations appear in maps with no effort. The ecosystem feels united under one intelligent roof. Now imagine the Omnibox, Chrome's address bar, once a tool for URLs and fragments. Now, a gateway into complex conversations. Ask layered questions directly inside the bar. Receive refined answers without leaving the web page. Suddenly, product pages become interactive guides. Warranty policies surface with a single request. Battery life comparisons appear instantly, without delay. Browsing becomes a dialogue, not a scavenger hunt. The line between searching and conversing disappears completely. And this shift carries a deeper message. Chrome is no longer just a browser. It has become the front door of AI. Google doesn't want search alone to dominate. They want intelligence woven into every tab. Competitors see the storm forming on the horizon. Microsoft leans heavily on Copilot within Edge. OpenAI has claimed attention with ChatGPT already. Anthropic positions Claude as a rival solution. But Chrome's reach gives Google unmatched advantage. When billions open the browser every day, they won't just browse. They'll meet Gemini. For most, that will be their first AI, not an app, not a chatbot experiment, but a built-in assistant guiding daily exploration. This is where the story begins, a silent revolution unfolding in your browser. But as power grows, questions multiply rapidly. Is this an upgrade or a dangerous trap? And what will happen when trust is broken? The deeper you explore, the stranger it feels. This isn't just convenience, it's quiet automation. Chrome is learning, adapting, and acting alone. Tasks you once clicked through now disappear silently. The browser starts working in the background. Picture needing groceries from last week's list. You don't open a dozen shopping tabs. You simply tell Chrome, and it obeys. Items appear in your cart, already organized. All that's left is your final approval. Or think about booking something as ordinary: a haircut, a restaurant table, a flight. The AI agent moves through forms relentlessly. It schedules, fills, and organizes without fatigue, and you're free to focus on everything else. This isn't fantasy, it's already being tested. Google calls it autonomous browsing for everyday life, an agent that doesn't wait for commands. It takes initiative, but never crosses boundaries. No payments, no emails, without your permission. But the foundation is being built carefully. Behind the scenes, Google is designing protocols. They call it AP2, Agentic Payments Protocol. One day, this could authorize AI spending, an AI paying bills or subscriptions instantly. That may sound helpful, maybe even efficient. But think about what's really happening here. Your browser is no longer a neutral tool. It's a thinking partner handling your digital identity. And that raises new fears about control. Of course, security is one shining promise. Chrome's AI doesn't just assist, it protects. Scams are blocked before they even appear. Pop-ups vanish before you click by mistake. Fraudulent giveaways are filtered out completely unseen. Google says billions of fake alerts vanish daily. Especially on Android, the numbers are staggering. 3 billion scam notifications blocked every single day. That's protection at a scale humans can't match. But who really decides what gets filtered out? Permissions are also now quietly redesigned by AI. No more endless prompts interrupting your browsing flow. The system studies your habits and adjusts automatically. Suspicious sites get silenced without asking you. Chrome claims this reduces annoyance while staying protective. Passwords are undergoing their own quiet revolution. Instead of endless resets, a new approach emerges. Chrome acts as a full password agent. Spotify, Coursera, H&M, and others are supported. With one click, new credentials are instantly created. No hunting through hidden settings or endless links. The AI does the dirty work instantly. And once again, your trust becomes the currency. Because handing over control means risking dependency. And dependency can lead straight to vulnerability. Step back for a moment and reflect. Why is Google weaving AI so deeply? It's not just about features or safety. It's about keeping Chrome at the center. The browser is Google's most powerful weapon. Every Chrome download pushes Google search forward. Every user feeds data back into algorithms. It's been a goldmine for Google's empire. Now, with AI dominance on the horizon, Chrome becomes the gateway for Gemini itself. If this strategy works, the outcome is enormous. Billions won't even realize they're choosing AI. They'll simply wake up inside an intelligent browser, a tool that nudges them subtly every day, guiding searches, purchases, and even private decisions quietly. Competitors can't ignore this looming tidal wave. Microsoft is welding AI directly into Windows. OpenAI is embedding assistants in daily workflows. Anthropic is racing forward with Claude for Chrome. But none of them own the browser gateway. And that's where Google's advantage is terrifying. The front door to the internet itself, the most visited portal on the planet, now turned into an AI-driven companion. And once it's normal, there's no turning back. Because when browsing becomes guided by intelligence, you stop navigating, you start being navigated. And that's the hidden danger in plain sight. Not that Chrome works for you today, but that soon you'll work for Chrome. The story doesn't end with convenience alone. There's a deeper battle being fought silently. Control over your attention, your time, everything. Chrome isn't just faster, it's becoming persuasive. And persuasion is the most powerful force online. Consider how AI summarizes what you read. Articles compressed into neat, digestible insights instantly. At first, this feels like ultimate efficiency. Why waste time reading when AI condenses? But what happens to the details removed? Summaries are never truly neutral or complete. They highlight some parts, discard the others. They decide what information reaches your mind. And when billions rely on the same filter, the filter itself becomes a world-shaping power. Chrome's AI doesn't just protect, it interprets reality. It shapes the web into curated snapshots. And most users won't even question its choices. Convenience always wins over curiosity eventually. What's easier is what people tend to trust. Now think about the Omnibox once again. The place once designed for simple navigation. Today, it listens like a patient assistant. Complex questions pour in, answers flow immediately. And with each query, your habits deepen. Your browser becomes a confidant for secrets. Shopping lists, medical searches, private conversations, everything. Data flows through Chrome like lifeblood itself. And Google gains a view no one matches. Every intent, every hesitation, every digital whisper collected. This is why Chrome is irreplaceable for Google, not just because it's fast or dominant, but because it's the perfect surveillance instrument alive. It knows what you search and when. It knows your questions before you even ask. And the integration is spreading across devices quickly. Android will soon let Gemini launch instantly. Hold the power button, and it appears. On iOS, it's baked into Chrome directly. Your phone, your desktop, your entire world linked. This isn't a feature, it's an ecosystem trap. Once you get used to this intelligence, other browsers will feel like prehistoric tools. Edge or Firefox won't even stand close. Convenience becomes the lock on the digital cage. Even enterprise users aren't left untouched anymore. Google is bringing Gemini into workspace accounts. Added protections, added controls, but same foundation. AI baked into professional tools you depend on. Your office, your browser, your meetings, all synchronized. But here's the cliffhanger nobody's discussing yet. The antitrust storm that has always shadowed Chrome. The United States has scrutinized Google before carefully. Accusations of monopolistic control and unfair practices. And now AI integration raises stakes even higher. If Chrome becomes the global AI gateway, does Google hold too much concentrated power? Will governments intervene before it's too late? Or will convenience blind the public entirely? Because history shows power rarely gets surrendered. Meanwhile, rivals scramble to gain lost ground. Microsoft ties Copilot deeper into Windows every update. OpenAI experiments with operator-like browsing companions actively. Anthropic pushes Claude as an intelligent research ally. But none of them command Chrome's reach globally. And this reach is the final advantage. Billions already use Chrome without thinking twice. Switching feels impossible once habits are formed. And AI woven in makes switching harder. That's Google's real strategy. Permanent dependency disguised as progress. Think about it carefully right now. You don't install Gemini separately at all. You don't ask Chrome to evolve either. It simply appears one morning, already alive. The line between choice and default is gone. And when the default becomes intelligent enough, most people won't even notice the change. They'll accept suggestions as natural browsing behavior. They'll surrender control in tiny, invisible increments, until one day the browser commands them. The question now isn't what Chrome does. The real question is what comes next. Because once intelligence enters your daily gateway, every future step becomes harder to resist. And resistance is exactly what Google anticipates quietly. Imagine the next evolution after simple tasks, not just filling carts or booking appointments, but negotiating contracts, drafting emails, planning finances, an AI browser acting as your life manager, always watching, always listening, always suggesting constantly. At first, it feels like ultimate freedom. No more small chores, no endless clicking. Your browser handles it all in seconds, but freedom quickly transforms into subtle dependence. Dependence that shapes how you think and act. Because when Chrome predicts your next decision, are you truly deciding or being nudged? The difference is subtle, yet deeply dangerous. Nudges accumulate into patterns. Patterns form habits. And habits eventually lock people into systems. This is the hidden brilliance of Google's design. Not just powerful features or protective layers, but the steady weaving of AI into normalcy. So normal that questioning it feels absurd. So natural that opting out feels impossible. And here lies the looming paradox for humanity. We crave safety, speed, and effortless control. But with each gift, we surrender authority. We gain time, yet lose pieces of freedom. We embrace help, yet risk invisible domination. Security is marketed as the ultimate defense. Billions of scams blocked. Billions of risks avoided. But who defines what danger really means? Who filters what you should or shouldn't see? The guardian may also become the gatekeeper. And that's where fear begins to rise. A browser that edits your reality silently, showing you only what it deems useful, shaping your perception one search at a time. Until your world is curated beyond recognition, governments may intervene, but only so late. Regulations crawl while technology accelerates unstoppably, and by the time rules finally arrive, the AI browser may already dominate everything. Too ingrained, too accepted, too fundamental to replace. So the responsibility shifts onto us today, to ask hard questions before comfort blinds completely. Is Chrome's AI the ally we deserve? Or is it the seed of dependency? A gift that becomes a subtle lifelong chain. Because history shows technology always cuts both ways. Electricity empowered humanity and built electric chairs. Nuclear energy lights cities and forges weapons. Every tool is double-edged, every breakthrough dangerous. And Chrome's transformation might be the sharpest yet. The stakes are higher than ever imagined. Billions of lives, billions of choices reshaped. One company steering the flow of attention. One browser directing the voice of humanity. And the world rushing forward without hesitation. So next time you open Chrome casually, remember, it's not just software anymore. It's an assistant, a predictor, a gatekeeper. It's a silent partner guiding your digital life. And the question is, who guides the partner? Because once Chrome becomes fully intelligent, you won't just browse, you'll be browsed. And that is the moment of truth. The line where the future finally takes over.